I'm CJ Werleman, thank you for joining us. This week we look at how the Modi regime in India has chipped away at the rights of Muslims since it came to power in 2014 on the back of a muscular Hindu nationalist agenda. But first, a quick reminder to click on the subscribe button below so you don't miss out any future episodes. Now let's get into it. To this day, the Holocaust remains the best blueprint for authoritarian rulers who wish to scapegoat and persecute a religious minority in a way that attracts minimal global attention and outrage. You see, the Nazis didn't start out by killing Germany's Jewish minority when Hitler came to power in 1933. First, it scapegoated Jews for the country's social and economic problems before enacting a raft of discriminatory laws against them, known collectively as the Nuremberg Laws of 1935. It would be another 6 years before the genocide started in 1941, and only after Hitler believed the German people had been sufficiently placated and radicalized into accepting his final solution. Eerily and comparatively, it has been 7 years since Modi came to power, carrying the genocidal agenda of fascist Hindu paramilitary outfit RSS, which draws its inspiration from, well, you guessed it, Hitler and the Nazi Party. Play the clip.
The RSS dress code is khaki shorts and black cap. Okay. The black cap comes from the Mussolini's dress. The brown shirts and shorts come from the Hitler's dress. So we call them.
So it's a Mussolini Hitler-inspired outfit.
It's a combination of Mussolini and Hitler. This has been specifically written in Golwalkar's book. You'll have to read that book.
In that book, M.S. Golwalkar, then leader of the RSS, expressed his support for Nazi ideology and called their treatment of Jews race pride at its highest.
And like their Nazi role models, India's ruling party has been chipping away at the rights of Muslims while encouraging violence and hate crimes against them, culminating with the Delhi riots last year and last month's attacks in Tripura, which is why human rights activists and scholars are warning that preparation for a Muslim genocide is now underway in India. But my point is this: we are witnessing the dismantling of democracy by Hindu nationalist forces and their genocidal agenda, which begs the questions, how did we get here? Well, it started when two BJP-ruled states passed laws criminalizing the possession of beef to appeal to radical Hindu sensibilities and punish Muslims who depend on the cattle trade for their economic livelihoods. Roll it.
Now, in response to the outrage against Maharashtra's new anti-beef laws, the BJP claims it has nothing to do with religion, but because of the large-scale illegal slaughter of cattle, which hurts Indian farmers. But as NDTV's Truth versus Hype tracks down every one of those allegations to find that the claims were not backed with evidence. In fact, the data shows that India's cow population is on the rise.
This law unleashed a hate crime never seen before in India: the mob lynching of Muslims and other religious minorities under the pretext of cow trafficking or cow slaughter. Watch.
It's 2 in the morning. Vijayakant Chauhan is on his way to meet his men, a group of Hindu vigilantes who have formed a self-appointed militia to defend cows. This is their last briefing before they begin their illegal patrol.
We're going to set up another checkpoint here to stop all trucks. For our country and for our religion, we will do anything. For cows, who are like mothers to us, we will not hesitate to kill or die for them. We were told that 3 or 4 vehicles are transporting cows or beef. We will not allow the killing of even one single cow.
You see, 97% of all cow-related killings in India have occurred since Modi came to power in 2014. This is his gift to India. And the story of Muhammad Akhlaq illustrates how hundreds of Muslims have been lynched to death by radical Hindu mobs on false rumors of cow smuggling. Go.
56-year-old Muslim man was beaten to death and by an allegedly Hindu mob.
An investigation was immediately launched,
not only into Akhlaq's murder, but also into whether or not he truly was carrying beef. 18 suspects were identified. But now, 4 years later, the trial hasn't even begun yet.
In fact, the accused are out on bail, which has led to fear among many of the victims' family and community.
Earlier this year, one of the accused was invited to sit in the front row of a political rally. He later claimed that 16 of the accused were in the audience that day. Akhlaq's murder isn't an isolated incident.
More to the point, BJ governments have passed a wave of animal protection laws that carry life prison sentences for smuggling or killing cows. And with this legislative success in their back pocket, BJP-ruled states have since expanded their discriminatory laws against Muslims to include a ban on interfaith marriages, particularly those involving a Muslim man and Hindu woman, after an online conspiracy theory alleged Muslims are secretly plotting a love jihad. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. Roll it.
In 2014, Ajay Bisht, who goes by the name Yogi Adityanath, a star of India's Hindutva far right, went on one of India's most popular talk shows, Apki Adalat, or People's Court, to warn the country of an elaborate Muslim conspiracy against Hindus involving love.
केवल ये दो लोगों का आपसी प्रेम होता तो कोई बात नहीं, करें। आपसी सहमति से हो तो ठीक, लेकिन छल छद्म के आधार पर नहीं, धोखे के आधार पर नहीं। जो रांची में हुआ, जो मेरठ में हुआ, जो हरियाणा में हुआ, अगर इस प्रकार की किसी भी दुष्प्रवृत्ति को जिहाद के नाम पर हिंदुस्तान में थोपने का प्रयास होगा तो हम उसे किसी भी स्थिति में स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे।
Now, not only do these anti-love jihad laws mirror Nazis Germany's ban on marriages between Jews and non-Jews, but also there's zero evidence Muslim men are forcibly converting Hindu women to Islam. None. But Muslim men face up to 10 years in prison if convicted of this invented and non-existent crime. And while we're on the subject of marriage, it's also worth noting here that the Indian government began punishing Muslims for other marriage-related non-crimes by passing legislation called the Triple Talaq Law. It's complicated, but here's what you need to know. Whereas a Hindu man can freely declare an instant end to his marriage, a Muslim man is sentenced to 3 years in prison for doing the exact same thing. Anyway, here's what Muslim women think of the law. Play.
वो बंधारण के जो कायदे हैं और मुस्लिम लॉ बोर्ड हमारे लिए रखा गया है, तो आज उसको ऐसी क्या हटाने की जरूरत आ पड़ी? कोई भी सरकार से हमें कोई लेना देना नहीं। अपनी बीवी को तो समझ नहीं सकते, वो हम मुस्लिम समाज की औरतों को क्या समझेगी?
हिंदुस्तान के दूसरे भी कई मसले हैं, जैसे कि सरकार को सोचने का टाइम भी नहीं रहेगा, इतने हिंदुस्तान में मसले हैं, तो वो मसलों सुलझाया करो ना, ये मसले पे क्यों तुम आके अटके?
Now, if you think criminalising divorce is absurd, then you would rightly believe that recently enacted laws regarding property transfer are positively evil. In BJP-ruled Gujarat, where Modi was once chief minister, a law has been passed to keep Muslims permanently segregated and ghettoised. These laws require people to reveal their religious identity on an affidavit while selling or purchasing property. So the government control movement of the Muslim population, which is not only unconstitutional, but also violates international law. The law is to prevent Hindus selling or leasing their homes to Muslims without government permission. Watch.
About the Gujarat Prohibition of Transfer of Immovable Property and Provisions for Protection of Tenants from Eviction from Premises in Disturbed Areas Act. That's quite a mouthful, so let's call it by its common name, Disturbed Areas Act, DAA. But what is the issue with this act? Simply put, the act prohibits a Muslim from selling or leasing or transferring his property to a Hindu or a Hindu to a Muslim in a disturbed area unless it gets a clearance from the district collector.
एक तरफ तो आप 370 और 35A रिमूव करने की बात कर रहे हो ताकि लोग जाकर वहां घर मकान जमीन खरीद सके, और दूसरी तरफ द मॉडल स्टेट ऑफ जो रूलिंग पार्टी का है उसके अंदर में अगर डिस्टर्ब्ड एरिया एक्ट जैसे काले कानून हैं.
Now, I wanted to highlight these discriminatory laws to you because they have gone largely unnoticed by the international media, which has focused on headline attention-grabbing legislation such as the Citizenship Amendment Act and the National Register of Citizens. Like CNN here. Play.
For these Hindu refugees from Pakistan, a cause for celebration. India's new Citizenship Amendment Bill fast-tracks the naturalization process for religious minorities who fled neighboring Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan before 2015, but not if they are Muslim.
And then, of course, there's the way the Indian government suddenly and anti-democratically revoked Kashmir's semi-autonomous status in 2019, prompting human rights organisations to warn of a looming human rights apocalypse in the Muslim-majority territory, particularly because the move launches a Hindu settler colonial enterprise, one modelled on the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian West Bank and East Jerusalem. Go.
A sudden and momentous decision. India's government says it's revoking special privileges granted to Indian-administered Kashmir. The opposition is furious. It's a change in the constitution with far-reaching consequences.
This is how India's Hindu-for-fascist government has dismantled the country's secular democracy brick by brick, leaving 200 million Muslims at the mercy of millions of radicalised Hindu extremists who now commit violence with total impunity. This is why we must mobilize and do what we can do to support those, including secular Hindus, who stand in opposition to the Modi regime. Well, that's a wrap for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to this channel and help spread the word with your friends and family on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And we kindly ask you please support this endeavour by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/CJWillerman. We can't produce, sustain and grow this program without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, or good day, wherever you are, and stay blessed.